guys, so it's a couple of days later and I kind of wanted to just share a couple more experiences that I had in Delhi. I'm currently in a hotel, there's drilling outside, there's also people talking in the corridor and banging around. And it's funny because the longer we travel, the more I'm like, okay, when can we move to a forest? Like, I really want a cabin in a forest with no neighbours, no banging, no drilling, no people talking. Like, I'm getting so like that because it's just constant. Like, you wake up to noise, you go to bed to noise. There's always banging, there's always horns beeping. Anyway, so if you see us living in a hut in the middle of nowhere in a year or two's time, you know why. But we finished at Humayun's tomb, and I will say I enjoyed it. I do think that's well worth going, more than the Maya Jama Masjid, whatever it was, the mosque that we went to. I think I preferred the Humayun's tomb. It was a lot like the one that we saw the day that I went and got my iPad, if you've seen that vlog. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but then on the way home, it just got a lot again. Like, we stepped on the metro and there was a guy sitting with he was only like 20 years old, like fairly young, sat with his two parents and brother, I think, and he like watched me the whole time I got on and just stood like, that's noisy, sorry, just like stood like, watching me. Like, they all sat down, just sat watching me, and I was just like, okay, love being stared. Bear in mind, there's also a guy across there staring at me, 3 guys here staring at me, like just everyone's kind of, not everyone, but a lot of people kind of like looking my way. And then I was kind of stood to the side of him, if that makes sense, so I could see his phone, and he turns on the camera and then lifts it up and then just turns it and starts filming me. So I just stand there like this, like he's there, like blocking my face. And I was like, Jeremy, he's filming me. And Jeremy just like stares straight at him and he just keeps filming. Like, I'm like this blocking my face. Jeremy's staring at him and he's still just filming us. Which, like, I'm sorry, if you do that anywhere, it is so uncomfortable. Like, being watched anyway is uncomfortable. Like, being watched by men as a woman is really uncomfortable. Being filmed by a man on a metro in a foreign country is really uncomfortable. Like, in no way, shape or form does this make me feel safe. Does it make me feel happy? Does it make me feel flattered or anything? Like, it's just really uncomfortable. It's really not nice. And then when we were getting off the metro, as usual, a group of lads stood at the doors, and there was me at the front this time. So last time I said there was, you know, the old man, then Jeremy, then me, so I didn't get any brunt of it. This time there was like 6 lads or something, like just full on like barged through, and I just stood there just like, well, I'm not going to fight with them because they're like twice my size. And then I just sort of stood there and I was like, can you let me off please? And eventually one of the guys like moved out of the way, but they just like full on barge in, and it's just like, it's just cultural, and I get it. Like, a lot of things that wind me up about India, it's just cultural, and you kind of got to think to yourself, like, it's just the way it is, it's fine. Like, the spitting on the street, throwing rubbish on the street, the crazy driving, I can't even think what else, beeping the horn all the time. Like, a lot of it is just cultural. It's just the way that they operate, and it's what, like, it is what it is. Like, they throw trash, they spit, they piss in the street, they do all these things. Like, it just is what it is. But then there's other things that I just think, like, there's no reason for. I mean, obviously I don't think there's much reason to throw litter in the street either, but when you're living I don't want to sound rude, but when you're living in a shithole where there's like trash everywhere, why wouldn't you? Like, obviously we haven't, we're still putting our rubbish in the bin, but like, in terms of like just respecting people, like, I would never barge onto a metro, especially if there's a woman or an old man or anyone, but I just would not do it. Or I would not like film someone on the metro, like just one person, and like make it really obvious I was filming them. And so it just makes me feel so uncomfortable and so on edge. So I didn't film the rest of the day because I was wound up and just honestly so done with it. And then like the whole of that day and most of yesterday as well, I just kept sighing. I just had so much like tension in my body. I just kept being like and I wouldn't even do it on purpose. Like, I wasn't conscious I was doing it, but then I would sigh and I'd be like, oh, I've just sighed again. And it was quite regular, I think, just because the stress of being in India and in being in Delhi. So then on the train, we basically got a train yesterday at 7 a.m. until like 11:30, something like that, to Rishikesh. And in the train, I was saying to myself, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, okay, pretend you're going to a new country, pretend it's not India. Like, leave that bad experience you've had with India behind and now move on and pretend it's somewhere new. So I was trying to have that attitude. And then we arrived, and the car journey we had to get a train to somewhere not Rishikesh. It was meant to be like a 40-minute drive, ended up taking like 3.5 hours or something, 4 hours. The taxi driver was crazy. Like, we were driving down this road I think I filmed a little bit, so I'll pop it on screen, but it's basically in a national park, so it was beautiful, and I was like, oh lovely, this is a nice drive, I'll be able to enjoy it. But no, they're driving like maniacs, and then both cars, like us and the car coming towards us, drive in the middle of the road, and then very at the last second they'll like swerve and miss each other. But it was that for like an hour, probably an hour of just like swerving each other, which was terrifying. So I at one point just literally had to close my eyes and hold Jeremy's hand, and I was like, squeeze my hand if we're about to crash, like let me know if we're about to crash, but otherwise I cannot sit and watch this. It was just far too stressful. And then the other 2.5 hours, something like that, was basically in a traffic jam without the AC on, windows down, but there's no breeze, so just like sweating, and it was just, so I don't know. Anyway, got to Rishikesh yesterday at about what time was it, like 4, something like that, 4 o'clock by the time we checked in, and we went for a bit of an explore last night at like 5 p.m. I'm going to start the vlog today for Rishikesh, and I'll include that footage in there. But yeah, since being here, I stopped sighing and I feel way more comfortable. I think because they are so used to tourists and they're here to do their own like spiritual journey, whatever it is, they're not bothered about seeing white people. And I think the people that live here are used to seeing white people, so they're not bothered about taking pictures of us or like filming us and things like that. So we arrived last night, so far feel way more comfortable. There's also nice walking areas without cars, so without the beeping, without being run over, without the stress of that as well. So I think I'm going to enjoy Rishikesh. We're here for 2 weeks. But yeah, it's such a shame because I really wanted to love India and I really haven't. Like, I've had good moments, but I've also had really not great moments. And I think just yesterday and the day before, with me just sighing all day, it was obvious I was not happy. And I was just saying to Jeremy, like, I'm just so over it. And I think also it's now been 6 months of travel, and it's also been 1 month in India, which I think both of those together is a lot. Like 6 months traveling is a lot, and then 1 month in India is a lot. So it was kind of like that, plus my period is due on, plus I haven't slept properly. Like I love a good 10 hours sleep. I've been having like 4, 5, 6 hours. So there's like a lot of different factors, but I think just being in Delhi and being stressed all day, every day was like not good for me. So I'm glad that we've left. We're here for 2 weeks. We're then going to do, I think, 2 nights in Delhi, and then we're going to Malaysia. So I'm hoping that Malaysia is a lot more like Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam, in terms of like the culture, in terms of like respect, in terms of just like how they treat foreigners. I really hope it's similar to there because I really enjoy traveling those 3 countries and I really want to enjoy Malaysia. So yeah, that's my kind of rant, and I really feel bad for saying it because the thing is as well, if you're still watching, thanks, but it's not every single person, but it's pretty much every person that we come into contact with, I have a negative experience. So either they're like barging into us on the metro, and then maybe the door next door, they're not barging in, but on our door they are. Or like, you know, we're on a metro and there's like 20 or 30 people in our carriage. Everybody else is fine. There's a couple of people staring, which is fine. I don't mind the staring. It's like photographs and filming and like staring. Like, I don't mind looking, but like some people just will literally sit and stare at you for 10 minutes. Even if you look back at them, they don't like, oh, well, like pretend they're not looking. They will just keep staring, which I find so uncomfortable. So like on a carriage with like 30 people, there's like one that gives me a bad experience. Or like if we're walking around like the Humayun's tomb or something, most people there are fine, but then there are people that will ask for photographs. And I know it's not bad, it's like they're not being bad, it's not, I don't know, it's just uncomfortable. Like the only reason I want to take pictures of us is because of our skin colour, which is just, like, I would just never do that. I would just never go up to a black person or a brown person or a whatever person and be like, oh my God, can I take a photograph with you? Like, no, I would not do that. But I guess I don't know. I was going to sound like a bit of a prick then and be like, I guess I'm educated and well-travelled, which I know sounds awful, but I guess that is the truth, is that when you see different people from different nationalities and different skin colours, it doesn't faze you anymore. But if you never see white people, I understand that it must be like, oh my God, a white person. So I know it's not bad, it just makes us uncomfortable because we're just trying to enjoy our day and enjoy where we are. We don't want to be asked for taking photographs all the time or stared at or filmed or photographed. Anyway, this has been a very ranty video and I apologise. I apologise to any Indians watching. I know most of you are absolutely fine, but it's just 1 or 2 that kind of make me feel uncomfortable and give me not a great experience of India. So I'm not dying to come back, honestly. We were thinking about spending like a year here, or like at least 6 months. I'm not desperate to come back again, so I don't know if we ever will come back, we'll see. But I'm glad we've come, and also be happy to leave, basically. But we're now in Rishikesh anyway, so I'm going to start the next vlog now and show you around here a little bit, show you our experience here. I'm hoping it's going to be a lot more chill. I hope the next vlog is going to be happier, but thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you do have any questions in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to answer them. I really hope I've not put you off India, but I don't know. Anyway, have a good day. Speak to you soon. Bye.